Hi, my name is Noel Davis with World Composting, and today we're going to do an update on how our compostable bag is breaking down and to see if it's really working or if it really does need the heat, as it says on most of the packaging that I've seen. So this is a special plastic that I think it's typically made from corn or something like that, and it is supposed to slowly just break away. And I don't know if it's working or not. I haven't really checked on it. I haven't added food really because there was already food in the bin. I think there were some bananas in there when I first added it about, 40 some days ago. I think it's been, 43 days or something like that since I last updated. And really, it's just been sitting in there. So we're going to take a look and we're going to see if it's able to break down in this worm bag conditions. Before it wasn't very stretchy. It kind of, like, if you went to pull it, it stretched a little bit, but then would really start to, it felt like it was going to rip. So we'll see if the texture has changed or if there's any holes in it other than the one hole that I poked. So I only poked one hole. So if there's more than that, it means it is starting to break down. It's just taking a while, and that's perfectly fine. I just want to see if it can do it, if these worms can work their way through the bag. So let's take a look at the bin. All right, so here is our ground bin here that I put this in. So this is the label that it had on it, was this ground. Let's take off the top and take a look here. So you can already see the bag poking up over here. Actually, there's a couple of baby worms on the top here. As I said, I haven't added food for a while, so here's some baby worms up here. If you can see these, or not babies, I guess but they're not adults yet. So some worms crawling up here. So I think they're running out of food. So let's just kind of dig in here real quick and just take a quick look at the material in here. Yeah, I'm not feeling any food. Last time there was a ton of banana peels in here. Maybe, I don't think that's a piece of one, but it might be. So let's pull this up and just take a look. Oh, it's ripping apart. Okay, hold on here. Let's rip it up pull it up this way. So, okay. So here is our bag. Hold on, I'm going to grab a second glove here so that way I can use both hands. I'm not getting them all covered. And this is breaking apart. This is starting to break down in here. As I try to pull it apart, it feels very moist, but it's kind of ripping apart. The inside, though, still, like as I flip it inside out here, oh my gosh, there's a worm in there. Let me get that guy out if I can, because it might suffocate in here, but if they're caught in here. But it feels like they're starting to work on this, actually. So I'm wondering if they're starting to break this down. I mean, it's still, though, you can easily tell that the words are fully legible. So it's not like it's really, though, it's starting to just rip apart in my hands as I pull on it. So whatever material this is made out of, and this is a worm right here, as you can see there's some worms in here. I wonder if these guys are actually, I don't know if these are alive or not, these worms actually that crawled into here, which means that this could be a death trap for worms, which is even worse probably. But like you can see, it's just slowly just ripping apart as I try to pull it apart. So it's definitely changed consistency since it's been in here. I think we're going to try to put this back in here and see if we can break it down even more. I'd have it bundled up in a ball. So this part right here looks fresher. You can tell it still has some of its springiness, but this stuff that's been exposed, it's just falling apart. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of put this right here, and I have some food over here that we're going to put on there. As usual, this is frozen food, which is what I almost always add to my bins, is the food's frozen, and then I bury it in the bin. So I'm going to break it apart in here. We're just going to put this right in the center here of this, and we're going to cover this back up. So overall, the sponginess is there. Oh, there's a ton of worms on this side. There's some food over here at some point, but we're just going to kind of bury this in here, let the worms go to work on it. There's a plant over here. I don't know what it was. I was hoping to pull it out, but whatever it was, it ran deep because there was a seed or something over here. But looks like the worms are starting to move through the bin a little bit into other areas trying to find food. So we're going to kind of pile this up on here and let them find these watermelon pieces that I put in here. So been really good consistency. Overall, really happy with the way this is working. I'm actually surprised that it's breaking down at all. I expected it to pull it out and have it be the exact same consistency, but as I could tell, the inside part was starting to definitely stay the same, but the outside part was breaking down. So we're going to try this. We're going to leave it longer, and we're going to see if these worms can finish off this bag, this plastic bag. And that'd be great if they can, because it shows that those bags really are able to be composted outside, definitely in heat, but also in these worm bins over a long period of time. It might be a long period of time, but if they can break down, that's a great thing. That means if you know, these plastic bags that they're making that are compostable, if you were to drop one on the ground, eventually they will break down. And that means that if they get to the ocean, theoretically, they should break down. So that's much better for our environment if they're able to break down into natural small pieces and not be plastic floating bits that are still being eaten. But if they can break down into our soil, that means we don't have to ship it all over the world to try to, you know, recycle these pieces or these bags, which actually are really hard to recycle. So overall, this bin looks really good too. It looks very healthy, lots of worms. They're digging into these corners here. I don't know if they're looking for moisture or not, but it feels like the moisture content's okay. You know, maybe a little bit dry, but you can tell there's just a ton of worms in here, really. You can see they're crawling all over the top here. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with this. The fact that it's working at all. And we'll come back in another probably, I want to say 30 plus days, and we'll take another look at it. We'll see how long it really takes to break these down. So I hope you like that and enjoy this update. Please check out my other videos, which I cover, you know, composting with, if you want to use a bin that's basically all worms with cardboard and coffee grounds, or I also have these urban worm bags and the vermibag bags that I have videos on too. So please check them out and let me know what you think and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.